Difficulty remembering names or faces, especially when it occurs more frequently than typical age-related forgetfulness, is often an early and worrying signal that the brain's memory networks are under stress. While misplacing a name occasionally can happen to anyone, persistent trouble recalling familiar people can indicate that the hippocampus and associated cortical regions, responsible for storing and retrieving associative memories, are beginning to falter. This subtle impairment is one of the earliest manifestations of cognitive decline, and it often precedes more obvious memory lapses, such as forgetting appointments, conversations, or daily tasks. The danger lies in its insidious nature. Because the memory loss seems minor at first, it is easy to dismiss or rationalize, allowing underlying neural stress to persist unchecked. Over time, repeated lapses in name and face recognition can escalate, eroding social confidence, increasing isolation, and accelerating broader cognitive deterioration. Biologically, difficulty remembering names or faces is linked to a combination of neuronal stress, oxidative damage, and impaired synaptic connectivity. The hippocampus, which integrates new sensory information and forms associative memory links, is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress and inflammatory processes. Chronic low-grade inflammation, common in modern lifestyles due to poor diet, stress, or obesity, releases cytokines that impair synaptic plasticity, slowing the formation and retrieval of new memories. In addition, mitochondrial dysfunction reduces neuronal energy availability, making neurons less efficient at transmitting signals between the hippocampus and cortical regions. Even mild disruptions in cerebral blood flow, whether from vascular stiffness, insulin resistance, or elevated blood pressure, can starve neurons of the oxygen and nutrients necessary for memory consolidation. Over time, these cumulative insults compromise the brain's ability to store and retrieve associative memories, leading to noticeable lapses in recognizing names or faces. The social and emotional consequences of this cognitive deficit are significant and often overlooked. Forgetting a person's name or misidentifying a familiar face can provoke embarrassment, frustration, and self-doubt, discouraging individuals from social engagement. This avoidance can compound the problem. Reduced social interaction diminishes neural stimulation, which is essential for reinforcing memory circuits. Emotional stress, in turn, elevates cortisol levels, further damaging hippocampal neurons and disrupting neurotransmitter balance. A cycle emerges in which neural inefficiency causes forgetfulness, emotional strain reduces engagement, and the lack of stimulation accelerates neuronal decay. If left untreated, these early lapses can progress into generalized memory impairment, difficulty with spatial orientation, and declining executive function. Nutrition plays a crucial role in preventing or mitigating these deficits. Vitamin E, a potent lipid-soluble antioxidant, protects neurons from oxidative damage and preserves the integrity of cell membranes critical for synaptic signaling. Foods such as almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, and spinach provide high levels of vitamin E, supporting hippocampal function and long-term memory retention. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, found in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, are essential for maintaining neuronal membrane fluidity and enhancing synaptic communication. Polyphenol-rich foods like blueberries, dark chocolate, and green tea combat free radical damage and may improve cerebral blood flow, further supporting memory formation and retrieval. Diets high in refined sugars, processed foods, and trans fats, by contrast, accelerate oxidative stress, promote inflammation, and impair both vascular and neuronal function, worsening associative memory deficits over time. Cognitive exercises and memory training are equally critical in preserving name and face recall. Techniques such as mnemonic devices, visualization, and associative linking, connecting a person's name to a vivid image or a personal characteristic, strengthen hippocampal circuits and improve retrieval speed. Regular engagement in mentally stimulating activities like reading, puzzles, strategy games, or learning new skills promotes neuroplasticity, keeping neural networks active and resilient. Social interaction also serves as a form of cognitive exercise. Meeting new people, attending events, and practicing attentive conversation engages multiple memory systems simultaneously, reinforcing synaptic connections and improving recallability. Physical activity further supports memory function by enhancing cerebral blood flow, reducing inflammation, and stimulating the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein essential for the growth, maintenance, and repair of neurons. Aerobic exercise, such as walking, swimming, or cycling, has been shown to particularly benefit hippocampal volume and cognitive performance. Resistance training and coordination-based exercise, like yoga or dancing, enhance overall neural integration and attention, indirectly supporting associative memory by improving general brain function. Sedentary behavior, by contrast, reduces oxygen delivery and metabolic efficiency in neurons, leaving hippocampal circuits more vulnerable to stress and oxidative damage. Sleep and stress management are also critical factors. During deep sleep, the brain consolidates memories, strengthens neural connections, and clears metabolic waste products that can otherwise impair cognitive function. Chronic sleep deprivation slows memory retrieval, diminishes attention, and interferes with hippocampal function. Similarly, chronic psychological stress elevates cortisol, which damages hippocampal neurons, disrupts synaptic plasticity, and impairs the encoding of new information. Mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, and other stress reduction techniques help normalize hormone levels, protect neural tissue, and maintain memory integrity. The negative implications of unaddressed difficulty in remembering names or faces extend beyond social inconvenience. Persistent associative memory deficits often precede broader cognitive decline, including difficulties with executive function, planning, and long-term memory consolidation. This progression can lead to social withdrawal, reduced quality of life, and heightened risk for neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Because these early symptoms are often subtle, they are frequently overlooked, allowing the underlying pathological processes, oxidative stress, inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, and vascular compromise, to continue unchecked. Early intervention is therefore critical. A proactive approach combining a nutrient-rich diet, mental exercises, regular physical activity, sufficient sleep, and stress management provides the best chance of preserving associative memory. Every episode of forgotten names or misidentified faces should be seen not as a trivial lapse, but as an urgent signal from the brain that its memory systems are under strain. Addressing these warning signs promptly can slow progression, strengthen hippocampal circuits, and maintain both social confidence and cognitive resilience. In short, difficulty remembering names or faces is more than a minor annoyance. It is an early warning of neuronal vulnerability, and ignoring it risks gradual, potentially irreversible, decline in both memory and overall cognitive function.